Hey guys, what's up? So I just wanted to make a video telling you guys what's been going on. So just kind of like an update video. There's been quite a bit going on. I'll say mostly good. And I wanted to just talk about the last video, and I'm really happy to see that it did really well. I got quite a bit of views on it, a lot more than I was expecting actually, so that's pretty cool. With that also came quite a bit of questions and comments that I wanted to talk about and just kind of like go over that. I guess the first thing that I could talk about, and I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to not talk about it, but the project that I've been working on with my team, we did that as a part of the Indie Game Academy, which I mentioned briefly in my last video. So that ended about a week ago, that whole program at least, and it was a 4-month program, so we had to pretty much make our game within that 4-month time span, and to make it publishable. We ended up putting a lot of work into it and just become really attached to it, to where we want to keep working on it to make it better. We don't want to just publish it as is. We do have a demo version though, and I guess I might as well just show you, why not, right? So here's our demo version. It's on itch, you can play it right now, but I guess it'd be kind of fun while I talk about any updates or whatever. I'll just do like little playthroughs, and we'll just kind of go through it. Okay, we'll do story mode. Okay, I'm not a story person, and even for my own game, let's just okay. Anyway, so just to talk about, go through some things, put this in full screen. Hell yeah. Okay, one thing that I did get asked quite a bit, or I guess there was a, well, I guess it makes more sense for me to explain what I've been working on, right? Yeah. So this is Cosmic Botany. It's pretty much a farming sim cozy game. The goal of the game is to just farm your crops and gather resources. I should have just kind of went through the story, shouldn't I? Oh well. Anyway, the main point of the video is to just kind of just update on what's been going on. I think, yeah, I'm out of oxygen. Okay, I need to go to bed. Okay, I'll just kind of go down the order here. Go down the comments. Stream your game development. So I think that would be cool too, personally. Streaming as in live stream, I'm not good at that. At least I don't think I am. I did streaming, like I said in my last video, I did streaming for a good while, pretty regularly and consistently on Twitch a while ago, and that just kind of proved to be a bit. That was when we just had one kid. Now we have 2 kids, so that's pretty much impossible for me at this point. I know, I'm pretty sure there's people that make it work, but my mental capacity and my motivation to do that anymore, I guess, is really hard. Okay, I'll just say it's really hard. I guess in terms of if I'm not streaming, if I am making a video or making video content like this about my game development, then I can see that, but I wasn't that really much hands-on in the actual development, like the actual programming, like in Unity and stuff. I did help out with like a little bit of stuff here and there with, I don't know, like a simple menu screen or just really simple things, and even then I have very little patience for it, especially when our lead programmer is such a freaking boss at it. Like, she's amazing. She can do crazy shit in just like a day. So it's just like, I just felt like I was holding her back. But I am going to dive more into the Unity development of our game, since we're not so much on a time crunch now that the Indie Game Academy program is done. In terms of actually developing a game, I could probably explore that when I start actually being a part of the development. And that was kind of like another question that somebody asked too, was like, what do you do? What do you specialize in? And pretty much what I do is I am the producer, and I would say that that's kind of the overarching responsibility that I have in general, but obviously there's a lot more to it when you're an indie. I did handle most of the marketing in terms of social media. I made our LinkedIn page. I've made a TikTok and a Facebook, but LinkedIn, funnily enough, since that's kind of how I started this whole journey, that's kind of where we're at right now, like where most of our following is. I also do a little bit of business development and stuff like that, trying to get, an actual studio going, get ourselves up the ground, and just kind of making connections, talking to people, just trying to get ourselves out there and funded. That's kind of like the big thing right now. So we're having some pretty cool conversations with some people, so that's really interesting. But yeah, I would say like the majority of what I do and what I did in these last 4 months was essentially it is project management. When you're talking producer stuff in video games, it's project management. The team felt more comfortable being in Notion, which I have a affiliate link, and I'll put it in my description below if you are interested in Notion. It's a really awesome tool if you're interested in project management, if you even are a project manager. I think it's a really awesome tool because I feel like it's really user friendly, and it's a lot more approachable than stuff like Jira and Confluence, which, don't get me wrong, those are really amazing. I preferred back then Jira and Confluence, and I still really like them both equally, but Notion is really, really easy to just use, and I just feel like it's a lot more efficient because it's just easier to use. But anyway, yeah, I'll put that in my link below and sign up if you are interested. But anyway, project management, not really, like I said, on the development side of things, but that will change soon. But yeah, well, what am I doing? I have to go to sleep. Another big question that people were asking was, why did I leave my job, or how I could leave my job having like a stable income and then just having no job. I wanted to kind of clarify on that, and I did mention in the video too that I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't going to just have no job or just stable income to no income, and that I kind of was gonna do stuff on the side. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and especially in this climate, I'm not gonna bullshit you or anybody and say I'm gonna do game development full time and like it's gonna be fine. I feel like if you have the means to do that, aka like if you're like already like super wealthy, then I mean, yeah, why not? You could do that, but that's not the case. We are definitely not super wealthy, so I did not just kind of go from stable income to no income. That's definitely not the case. So I have been doing DoorDash because it's super flexible. I mean, honestly, I feel like the main thing, and that was kind of another question too, why I left, what was going on. So anyway, I'm doing DoorDash right now, and it's super flexible, and I personally really enjoy it. It gives me time to just, when you're a mom or when you're a parent in general, probably more so when you're a mom, I have more time to think, and I do also deal with like personal stuff, and it's really good for me to also just kind of have my own space to just kind of decompress and just be reflective and introspective about my life, about myself, and how I can improve myself. So anyway, DoorDash, flexibility, mental health, yeah, all that stuff. So, oh my god, I only have one day. Okay. Oh, okay, I made the quota. Okay. What was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. So I have been doing that. I've been doing DoorDash, like I said, like 4 times already. So as awesome as it would be to just, focus full time on just game dev, that's not realistic in my situation, especially in the current climate. I don't know if people are familiar, but the industry is in a big poop hole right now. It's not good. It is actually really infuriating how things are. So I personally, how I've been approaching it, and I've been like kind of going back and forth, rethinking my approach, because I would love to have a full-time job to make games, but at the same time, I came out of a really crappy situation at work. Like, it just, you know, it was awful. I just didn't, it just wasn't good. I'll just say that. It was just kind of to the point where it was just taking a huge toll on my mental health. I was at that point. Like, it was just awful.
So I had to stop real quick because my son woke up. So if you see like a little head popping, that's my son. I had to also switch out my mic for my headset, so y'all couldn't hear like the blippy videos that he's watching. So sorry about the drop in audio quality, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So as I was saying, I hated my job. I felt like my life sucked at the time. And yeah, that's kind of where I am now, and kind of what leads me to where I am now. I hope that addresses everything. I did say in one of my comments that I gotta go to sleep. I didn't say that in my comments. So what I said was I kind of just wanted to leave the negativity back in 2023, but I also kind of just wanted to talk about it since there was questions about it, and also I feel like, you know, it's kind of what is that word? Closure. I kind of, you know, I think I get some closure from this, from, you know, just kind of talking about it and just saying, okay, it's over. I talked about it. It's done. It's behind me. So that's essentially what happened. And yeah, right now I am in a much better place. I feel much more in control of my life. And yeah, this is one of the products of doing so. Going back to the game, just because I'm really proud of it and I want to talk about it. Like I said, this took us like 4 months to get to this point. We are planning on releasing on Steam, more so when we're more comfortable with it. And we're in I would say safely a cool conversation with some people that could maybe help us, you know, get us off the ground and take us to newer heights with our game. But we're also kind of like just vibing, I don't know, just kind of like taking our time with it. We don't want to rush it. We want to also, like I said, put our best work forward. So that's been really cool to be able to do that and just kind of have that nice little pacing. So if anyone is interested in the game, I'm definitely gonna link it below too, but just to kind of like talk more about it. I did say that, you know, you're kind of farming to save like your colony and stuff. There's also a cute or interesting little mechanic here. So this is kind of like what you see here. It's like a little puzzle layout where it kind of shows you the shape that it's growing in the little garden grid. So you study this root detector and you kind of just figure out the shape of growth, and when the color pops up, that's kind of the color of the plants that you can find the root that's growing under. So say if this was like all red and it's growing in that little L shape, the only way that it would be red in an L shape is like if these two were a part of it. So then I would just kind of take my little spray and then spray in this area, and then if I see one of these go away, then I know that that's where it is. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but if you don't spray the root to kill it, then it kills your crops, and that's not cool because you gotta meet this little quota here to save your colony. And then this little bar right here, I don't know if you've been noticing that deplete. This is like kind of like your oxygen consumption level. So when you get to a certain point, if you deplete this, it's time to go to bed to regen your oxygen. It's a really cool game. I'm really proud of it. It's definitely way better than what I initially imagined that we could have done in the 4 months. Even if it's just a demo, I mean, I'm really happy with the outcome, and the fact that we're all cool to continue working on it and working together, it's really cool. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but there was that little attack there. The little root attacked. I'm gonna be going to GDC for the first time, so I'm really excited about that. Couldn't have done it without the support of the Wings program. If you don't know Wings, they pretty much are dedicated to helping marginalized developers, I think more specifically women developers, just build games, but also they do a GDC booster program that you can apply for, and you get, you know, awarded like a free GDC ticket. Obviously that's over now because GDC is in like a little over 2 weeks. But yeah, so thank you to Wings. If anybody from Wings is watching, thank you. You're the freaking best. So I'm going to GDC. I am super excited about that, and I have been planning to possibly make some content over there. This is my first time going to GDC. I have an idea of kind of what to expect because I used to go to PAX pretty regularly. PAX South was still a thing. Rest in peace, PAX South. I wish that would come back. So I have kind of an idea of what to expect, but I have a feeling it's going to be a lot more hectic and a lot more stressful just because of the amount of people that is gonna be there. So ideally, I think it would be so cool and so sick to make some content over there, kind of post it here to YouTube also, but we'll see. I don't want to make any promises and not follow through, but that would be awesome if I could do that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, so that's another thing. And I think I feel like when you go to any one of these conferences, you kind of have to have a goal in mind. I think for me, if we could just get our game in front of as many eyes as possible, I'm happy with that. Best case scenario, we get funded and we can just, just do this full time. That would be the dream. But this is my first time going. I'm going with 2 other teammates as well. So we will see how things go, but yeah, I think primarily it's my first time going. I kind of just want to take it in and not, just have a good time. I don't want to stress too much about anything. I want to go with the mindset like, yeah, we're gonna get our game in front of publishers and we're gonna make a deal, and yeah, that would be cool. But also, it's my first time going. Would love to go and see. We kind of just learn to navigate GDC and just have fun. I mean, honestly, that's pretty much it. You want a banana? Yeah? Okay. And I gotta get him a banana, get him some breakfast. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up here, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this update and enjoyed seeing what I've been working on for the last 4 months, going on 5 months, and it's gonna be continue to be worked on. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have the links that I mentioned to all these things, my Notion affiliate, our awesome little project in the description below. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!